AskReddit by Timon Segai. If you were given $1 million but told you could only buy one thing, what would it be? Deleted. A modest house on a large piece of property in the woods, to be specific. $1 million cashier's check. Payable to me. Was going to say something to the effect of mutual funds or some stock related thing. But this is better. Land. Until property tax on a $1 million assessment come due. I'd buy $1 million worth of gold. Easy. Senator Menendez, that you? A green dress. Oof, don't get a real green dress, that's cruel. $1 million multi-family rental property. Rent it for a year, refinance and take the cash out and buy another $750,000 property free and clear. Repeat one more time and buy a $560,000 house free and clear and live in it rent free and live off the rental income. I am boring as fuck, but I'd get to do as I like for the rest of my days. This is how you know we're in a housing bubble. People just assume that after a year they can refinance a property and use the money to buy another one. This isn't normal. A stable business, probably manufacturing and generally most stable. Potential returns are greater than most everything else I have seen in comments. I'm thinking of ending machine business, or car wash, or something of that sort. Semi-passive income. I thought about buying one of those big industrial ice vending machines at one point. For 30 grand it will basically print money if you can get it into a spot with enough business. The best medical care available for my wife of 43 years who suffers from late stage MES, cirrhosis of the liver, inflamed spleen and trigeminal nerve pain. I also choose this guy's wife. VTI. I was going to say Vu, but yeah, I'm with you. 1962 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster. Love this answer for showing a passion for something rather than trying to come up with the correct answer to exploit every penny out of 10 mil. A postage stamp. Then keep the change. You filthy animal. I would buy $1 million of S&P 500 shares. Live off the returns, about 100k a year. General rule of thumb is to plan on living off 3-4% of the return, so you'd be making about $50k per year. The rest of it is reinvested in the fund to account for inflation and the inevitable downturns in the market. You would not want to assume that you would earn 10% every year. A house on the island I live on. It's an old Victorian with views of the Puget Sound. Hi from Kimono. I'll tell you what I'd do, man. 2 chicks at the same time, man. Damn straight. I always wanted to do that, man. And I think if I were a millionaire I could hook that up, too. Cause chicks dig dudes with money. Well, the type of chicks that'd double up on a dude like me do. Fucking A. $1 million Australian dollar S&P index fund. An annuity. Get your insurance license first and sell yourself your own annuity and get that big fat commission to boot. A large home for all my family. A kebab. I'm really hungry right now. A homeless shelter for Tucson. Genie, that's awesome. Yeah, you still have $1 million. That one's on me. A house. That would cover a normal family home in my area. Welcome to Canada. Yeah, but what about the taxes? Sure, you can buy it, but can you afford to live there? A quiet, secluded place in the country next to a lake or a stream. A quiet, secluded place in the country next to a lake to scream. A fur coat. But not a real fur coat, that's cruel. Local music store. Having worked in a music store, it's a pretty shitty way to spend it. The ROI is tiny, And at the end of the day it's still retail. Customers usually suck. On a scale that small you aren't going to have many high-end things that you get to sit around and play. Buy a more lucrative business and use the profits to buy the instruments you want. My company so I could fire my boss for being a dick. Pay off people's rent for a year.